Hi, welcome to Science GED class. Today we're talking about pedigree charts. So I don't expect there to be a pedigree chart or questions about one on all of the GED science exams. However, I'm fairly certain that at least one of the exams does have something about a pedigree chart on it. So it's best for you to learn it just in case that is the exam that you are given. So this is going to be in your Google Classroom under pedigree charts. And it's fairly simple. You may even already know how to read a pedigree chart and how to get the information, but this is a pretty short video, so might as well just listen to it in case there's something that you didn't quite understand about it. So I'm going to go ahead and share the pedigree chart diagrams and worksheet with you right now. Okay, so I have two diagrams for you. I've got pedigree chart A, which I have up right now, and there's another one below it. Okay, so the basics of reading a pedigree chart. There's going to be a key like I have under here. In this case, they have the people named, and we've given them obvious male or female names so that you're able to see which is the male and which is the female. However, they don't always do that in a pedigree chart. And also, sometimes your pedigree chart is going to be about, say, animals. It might be like different dogs and their pedigree. And so the square is going to be the male and the circle is going to be the female. And in this case, what we have a pedigree chart describing or showing is how the trait of albinism or lack of pigment moves through a family. So the key says that the circles that are filled in with this reddish color are normal females with normal pigment. The squares filled in are normal males or males with normal pigment. And your albino females will be the circles that are not colored in, and the albino males are going to be the squares that are not colored in. Okay, so the way to read a pedigree chart is fairly simple. If the square and the circle are connected by a line, that means that all of the other squares and circles, or the offspring, connected to them are their offspring. So Bob and Sarah have had children, and here is the line connecting all the children. So these four, Joe, Henry, Sue, and Beth, are all children of Bob and Sarah. And then you'll notice that Beth is connected here to Jacob, and then they are connected to more children. So that means that Beth and Jacob have had offspring, and Jim, Dan, Ted, and Kathy are the offspring of Beth and Jacob. So again, fairly simple. Just need to know how to do that and answer questions if one of the exams has a pedigree chart on it. And again, all of the squares and circles that are filled in or colored in are normal pigment. And all of the ones, the circles and the squares that are white or not colored in represent people who have the trait of albinism. Okay, next one, pedigree chart B. So this one is going to be talking about the trait or the disease that it's a genetic disease, so it's passed on through families, cystic fibrosis. So in this case, the key tells me that a circle or square that is not filled in or colored in is normal, meaning not having the disease or that genetic trait of cystic fibrosis. And the ones that are filled in with the green, those children or those people do have cystic fibrosis. So again, we have Fred and Marsha here, and then they are connected to these four children, George, Al, Bill, and Joy are all children of Fred and Marcia. You will see that Joy is connected to Daniel, and they have 3 children, Joy and Daniel, Sam, Kelly, and Brooke. Okay, so I have a worksheet under here. So hopefully you can either look at your pedigree chart on your own on another device like your phone or your computer if you were using your phone, or you have your pedigree charts printed out so you can do the worksheet with me. I'm going to do the questions about worksheet A, these top questions here with you, so that I know that you for sure understand how to read the pedigree chart. And then I'm going to let you do questions about worksheet B, the second part here on your own, although you will have the answer key available to you in Google Classroom. Okay, so who are the parents of Kathy? And if you would like to pause and answer all of the questions first, go ahead and do that. Or if you need to pause it, print out your diagrams so that you can use those. Go ahead and do that. But otherwise, I'll just go ahead and go through the answers. Okay, who are the parents of Kathy? Beth and Jacob are going to be the parents of Kathy. Number 2, how many male children do Bob and Sarah have? That's 2. Bob and Sarah have 2 male children. Number 3, how many albino children do Beth and Jacob have? They have 2 albino children. Number 4, how many females with albinism are shown in pedigree chart A? So all of that pedigree chart A, 2. There are 2 females that are albino. And number 5, how many albino male children do Bob and Sarah have? That's 1. All right, so I will go over how I found those answers quickly here. Okay, so again, here we are with pedigree chart A. Who are the parents of Kathy? Here's Kathy right here. So Beth and Jacob are Kathy's parents. Number 2 was how many male children do Bob and Sarah have? So here's Bob and Sarah. I just need to find out how many squares are male children. There's 2 that are connected to them. Number 3, how many albino children do Beth and Jacob have? So here's Beth and Jacob. So I'm looking at these children here, and the albino children are the ones that are not colored in. So 2 of them, Dan and Ted. Number 4, how many females with albinism are in the entire chart? So I have to look for any circles that are not colored in. So here's 1 and here's 2. There are 2 of them. And number 5 was how many albino male children do Bob and Sarah have? So Bob and Sarah here, how many male albino children? Only 1. Here, Joe. Okay, so that's it for pedigree charts. Like I said, it's pretty easy. Just make sure that you know how to read those. There are, like I said, there's another worksheet in your Google Classroom. So I would do that. I would just do the worksheet just to make sure you have a good handle on it, because that's an easy answer to get correct, because it's not a very difficult concept to learn. So thank you for joining me for our pedigree charts class today, and I will see you next time.